Welcome all, this is Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Today's top headlines. Visa gas leak. High power panel begins probe meets stakeholders. The High Power Committee (HPC) constituted to probe the cause behind the LG Polymers gas leak and suggest steps, which till now had elicited the opinion of various stakeholders, said it will have an interaction with the affected group in the next few days. The state government constituted the HPC on May 8, headed by Special Chief Secretary, Environment and Forest, Nirab Kumar Prasad, and four other members, including Special Chief Secretary, Industries and Commerce Department, R. Karikal Valivan, Vishakhapatnam District Collector Vinay Chand, and Vishakhapatnam City Police Commissioner R.K. Meena as members, and Andhra Pradesh Pollution Control Board Member Secretary Vivek Yadav as the member convener to probe the reasons for the mishap which killed 12 persons. The committee till now held discussions with Director, Indian Institute of Petroleum, Vishakhapatnam, and several others. The committee visited the mishap site and closely examined the industry premises along with the director, IIP Dehradun, and industry experts. "33 new COVID-19 cases take Andhra Pradesh tally to 2,051. Death toll increases to 46. The number of COVID-19 cases linked to the Coimbatore market in Chennai continues to be on the rise in the state. Out of the 33 new cases reported in the last 24 hours by Tuesday morning, 20 of them were of those who visited the Coimbatore market. On the brighter side, the number of discharged in the state continues to be more than the new cases reported and crossed the 1,000 mark. It now stands at 1,056. Till Tuesday morning, in the last 24 hours, 58 people were discharged after their recovery. A record of 10,730 samples were tested between 9 am on Monday and 9 am on Tuesday. Among the 33 new cases, 10 cases were from Chittor district, and all of them were reported to have visited the Coimbatore market. Now the total number of cases in that district increased to 131. Similarly, 9 cases reported in Nellore and 1 case reported in East Godavari were linked to Coimbatore market in Chennai. The tally of those districts increased to 111 and 47 respectively. 9 new cases in Kurnool took the count of positive cases in the district to 584, and 4 new cases in Krishna district took the total number of cases in the district to 346. Out of 58 people discharged, 35 are from Krishna district, Kurnool 17, Anantapur 3, Kadapa 1, Srikakulam 1, and West Godavari 1. APS RTC mules 26-seater buses post COVID-19 lockdown. The Andhra Pradesh State Road Transport Corporation APS RTC has designed a bus prototype with seats arranged in a way that physical distancing can be followed by passengers during their journey post lockdown. A blueprint of this prototype has been sent to Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy, and the RTC is waiting his nod to go ahead with the project. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari recently stated that bus services may resume soon in the country. The RTC is contemplating operating the passenger services by making necessary modifications in buses with the provision for social distancing. As part of the initiative, RTC officials in Vijayawada have designed a 26-seater bus with 3-row seating using a 36-seater super luxury vehicle to ensure social distancing among the passengers. "1,200 migrants leave for Jharkhand's Daltonganj from Vishakhapatnam via Shramik Special Train." A Shramik Special Train with 1,200 migrant workers left Vizag for Daltonganj in Jharkhand on Monday. Railway staff and others gave a warm send-off to migrant workers at the railway station. The workers were screened and letter passes were given to them to board the 24-coach Shramik Special Train. On their arrival by buses at the railway station, the migrant workers were once again screened by the railway authorities with thermal scanners. So as to maintain the social distancing, only 56 persons were allowed to travel in a compartment with 72 berths. All migrant workers were provided breakfast. Arrangements were also made for provision of lunch and dinner to them en route. COVID-19 900-bed quarantine at Andhra Pradesh Vizianagaram Fort. Mansa's Trust Chairperson Sanchita Gajpati Raju on Monday said that the trust had allocated 5,000 square yards land for constructing a Raitu Bazaar and also provided shelter in the Vijayanagaram fort for running a 900-bed quarantine center. She chaired the first board meeting on Monday after taking charge as chief of the trust. She also said that she would strive to strengthen all educational institutions run by the trust. She said that plans were underway to set up a world-class school introducing BSc Agriculture course in the degree college run by the trust. Plans are underway to bring all educational institutions under one roof. Andhra Pradesh seeks rupees 16,000 crore interest-free loans to improve healthcare. Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy on Monday sought rupees 16,000 crore from the centre to improve the healthcare infrastructure in the state. Speaking during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's video conference with CMs, he also sought long-term interest-free or low-interest loans so the state can create healthcare infrastructure from the village level to teaching hospital level at national standards and set up the proposed 16 teaching hospitals. Loans taken to improve healthcare infrastructure in the state should be taken out of the purview of the FRBM so they will not create a paucity of funds for other sectors, he told the Prime Minister. Jagan further emphasized the need to restore public transportation, saying it is necessary to help people reach their workplaces and do their course. Vande Bharat Mission. 288 people stranded in UAE land in Hyderabad. 179 from Kuala Lumpur reached Cochin. As many as 288 people stranded in the USA and UAE arrived at the international airport on board two Air India flights here on Monday as part of the offshore evacuation drive of Indian citizens under the Vande Bharat mission during the COVID-19 lockdown. While 118 people returned from San Francisco in the US, the other 170 came from Abu Dhabi, sources at the GMR-led Rajiv Gandhi International Airport said. Air India flight AI 1617 from San Francisco via Mumbai landed in the morning, while the AI 1920 at 8:50 pm, they said. To facilitate the arriving passengers and aircraft crew, the airport has kept the international arrivals and the entire stretch, right from Aero Bridge to arrivals, ramp fully sanitized and fumigated. The airport also enforced the social distancing among passengers right from the Aero Bridge to across the terminal, the sources added. NASSCOM platform to help Hyderabad government fight COVID-19. NASSCOM said the platform would source data from public sources, including a select social channels, websites, blogs, forums, and public datasets to create actionable reporting dashboards and would allow the government to project insights sourced from the information with the public datasets. The external citizen-facing dashboard would allow the government to project critical information to the public for transparency, awareness, and guidance. We have built a technology-driven vision of a pandemic response platform for India, said Nivrutti Rai, country head Intel India and led NASSCOM task force. It's wonderful to see how the technology industry is uniting to innovate for the war on COVID-19, said IT Minister K.T. Rama Rao. The task force comprises almost 30 members, including domain leaders from Fractal, Infosys, Mindtree, Wipro, AWS, Intel, and others. "79 COVID-19 cases recorded in single day in Telangana, total cases at 1,275. Telangana recorded one of the highest single-day spikes in COVID-19 cases on Monday, when 79 people tested positive for the virus. They are all from the GHMC limits. This takes the total number of cases in the state to 1,275, which includes 11 migrant cases from other states recorded in the last 5 days. On the brighter side, as many as 50 patients were cured and discharged on Monday. With no COVID-19 deaths reported on the day, the number of fatalities remains unchanged at 13. The death rate in the state is 2.6%, which is lower than the national average of 3.2%. Top Maoist leaders guard surrenders in Telangana. A CPI Maoist party, Telangana State Military Chief Damodar Elias, Bade Chola Rao's security guard Vetti Aitu, 23, surrendered before the Mulugu SP Sangram Singh G. Patil on Monday. Aitu is a resident of the Gorukonda, Guttikoya Gumpu in Badadri, Kothagudam district. The SP said in 2014, Aitu joined the banned Maoist party and went underground with an intention of helping the party members. He worked with the top commanders of the Maoist party like Haribhushan, Damodar, Venkatesh, Azad, Bhaskar and Bandi Prakash and remained a member of the Cherla Dalam until 2016. Later he was appointed as the gunman for Damodar. Aitu injured his spinal cord and decided to leave the party, but the leaders wanted him to continue and promoted him as the area committee member. In 2019, he was appointed as the commander of Sandor security guard, but he could not continue, so he surrendered to the police. Telangana officials making all arrangements for SSC examination. The district administration has been making all arrangements to conduct the SSC examination, which was postponed owing to the lockdown. Also, they have been gearing up to hold degree and PG exams apart from arranging for intermediate spot valuation. The number of students who would be writing the exams in a room has been reduced to 12 from the earlier 24. On the other hand, the officials have selected 3 centers to hold the intermediate spot valuation. Special flight to bring Telangana patient from UAE amid COVID-19. A special flight has been arranged for a Telangana resident to return from the UAE to undergo bone marrow transplant. The Embassy of India in Abu Dhabi tweeted, Mr. Bonzana Masuri is happy that he will be able to travel from Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad in a special flight AI 1920 for bone marrow treatment in India. We wish him a safe journey and speedy recovery, Masuri, who has been working in Abu Dhabi for 20 years, said. Since 2016, I have had a problem of low platelet count. Now the embassy is helping me to return to Hyderabad for treatment. COVID-19. KCR urges PM Modi not to resume train services for now. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Monday urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi not to resume the passenger train services at this juncture, saying allowing them would lead to the movement of people and pose problems in testing them for COVID-19 and quarantining. Rao, who spoke during the video conference held by Modi with state chief ministers, observed that the impact of COVID-19 has been more in major cities including Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Hyderabad, an official release said here. Chief Minister Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao has urged Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi not to revive the passenger train services, which were stopped as part of preventive measure to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country, it said. As many as 15 trains are to be operated by the railways from Tuesday on the Rajdhani route from Delhi to all the major cities including Secunderabad here in the country. Congress leader Mari Shashidhar takes a dig at Telangana government over Pothiredupadu capacity issue. When the then Chief Minister of erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, tried to enhance its capacity, TRS President K. Chandrasekhar Rao opposed it. But now, as the Chief Minister of Telangana, KCR has been supporting the same proposal of Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy, Shashidhar Reddy said. He asked both the Chief Ministers to reveal what type of internal agreement they made regarding Pothiredupadu. Former MP Konda Vishweshwar Reddy and former MLA Parigi Rammohan Reddy were present at the press conference. Former MP AP Jitendra Reddy also questioned KCR for keeping quiet when Andhra Pradesh issued a go to lift 10 TMC water to Rayalaseema through the Pothiredupadu and Sangameshwara projects at an estimated cost of 6,825 crore. He questioned his intention behind decreasing the capacity of the Palamaru Rangareddy lift irrigation project from 2 TMC to 1 TMC. He demanded the government to construct a project with a capacity of 20 TMC above the catchment area of the Jirala project and also to complete all pending projects including the SLBC. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe By Times. Stay tuned, stay updated.